Okay, so yeah, it's just been announced today by the official Black Clover Twitter page that Charlotte will be coming today on the daily reset as a step up banner, which can be repeated up to 6 times because yeah, that'll be the amount that it takes out to max out the character. So let's take a look at what the step up is. Okay, so the first step, I'm gonna be honest, all of these steps apart from like 3 of them don't look very good. I'll be honest. As the first, third, 6th, and 8th step are all giving you Yule. You'll be able to get in total, I believe, around 100,000 Yule from, doing 8 of the steps, which obviously is never worth it. And then on step 2, 4, and 7, you're getting SSR XP pots, UR XP pots, and LR XP pots. And then on step 5 and 9, which are, 2 of they're the 2 best steps apart from, the guaranteed Charlotte at the end on step 10, as you get a 5 ticket discount, so a 50% discount on a multi, which, that's good, that's great. And then, step 10 also giving you Charlotte is also great because, I mean, that's also, it is what it is because, I mean, it's a step up banner, this is what you expect really. But the step ups, yeah, I'm not really, honestly, I'm not really a bit of a fan. Honestly, the amount of XP pots that you could give could be like increased by way more, and so could the Yule. Honestly, like they could give up to 250k Yule, and I don't think people would be crazily happy with that. I don't know. But I mean, to be honest, me personally, I think you should just get the. So I think it was in the beta. What you would get, I think, is you would get the gear set as well. Like I can't remember what rarity it was, whether it be SR, whatever. But you could get the gear set that was meant for her. Well, I'm pretty sure it was meant for her. I can't really remember. I think that would also be cool. Like if you could get, UR bare, like, some UR gears instead of the Yule, and then, increase the amount of XP pots. I think that'd be great because you can just summon for her, and then all you have to really do is level her up, and then you already have the gears that are great for her. So yeah, I'm not really too convinced. So overall, looking at the step up banner, should you summon on it? I mean, again, it's just like everything in this game. It's all down to you because, I mean, obviously, all of the steps apart from the discounted multis and the guarantee at the end are all terrible. I think the discounted multis, if you do get an SSR in them, that'll be a really good way to get some, cheap SSRs. Like if you're missing like a Lotus or a Mars or just anybody else like that, a Vengeance would also be great. Then that would be a really great way for you, to fill out your account so you can have, a lot more diversity, meaning, your account will be a lot more set up. So if if your account's looking a little bit better, then maybe, because yeah, again, the discounted multis are pretty nice, and then also you're getting a guaranteed really good farmer in Charlotte, as the mark that she applies, which we'll go over in a sec, is also really good. So I guess now it's time to look at exactly what Charlotte does, and just to I guess give you even more information as to whether you should or shouldn't summon for her or not. So her skill 1, Thorn Vine Whip, she swings a thorny whip at an enemy, dealing damage, and then she does she gets a 30% increased damage dealt to the enemies if the enemy has a mark. And then this will then tie into what her skill 2 does, which is Thorn Garden, which will apply a level 2 defense reduction, which will then go to level 3 if you have a skill page. And then what she also does is she has a 50% chance to apply a mark to an enemy for 2 turns, which basically what this does, it will grant an additional turn if an enemy with a mark is defeated. Now, I think the way this works is, I think it's if any character defeats an enemy, they get another turn. I don't think it necessarily has to be Charlotte. I don't think so, because I mean, I don't have Charlotte, so I don't know, but I think that's how it works. Yeah, you'd have to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, so just so people can know. And then her ult Corpse Hunting Briar Trees is a very good ultimate in my opinion, as it's just an AoE ultimate, 50-50 attack damage ratios, which is what it is, but it's a debuffing ult, so it's going to be pretty good. And what it does, it will apply a level 3 attack reduction, which will reduce the enemy's attack by 52%, which is a pretty hefty amount. It's pretty damn good. And then she also has a 40% of a chance of applying a bleed, which, I mean, for 2 turns is what it is. Don't really care about that point. Pretty useless. Then her combined attack basically just performs just a single target attack and can apply incapacitate level 5, meaning enemies will take 70% more damage, which is also pretty good. So if you're fighting a single target boss, then you might want to use that instead, because that paired up with her skill 2, reducing their defense up to 60%. If you have a skill page, then that'll be really good. And then she also does actually have a united attack with Soul, which is not very good. It's nothing too crazy, as all it does is basically it's just her basic attack, basically. Well, on Charlotte's half of it anyway, where, you know, she just does 30% more damage if the enemy has a mark. And then on Soul's side, it just reduces all attack to an enemy. And what I don't like about this United attack is that it's single target, so yeah, it's honestly not really that great. I mean, maybe it could do quite a bit of damage, because Charlotte's ratios are 70-70 and Soul's are 60-60s, but I think just because they're a defender and a debuffer, you know, that damage output isn't gonna necessarily be there, so yeah, I'm not really too keen on that. And then her unique passive applies 20% defense reduction to an enemy with a mark for 2 turns, meaning that, you know, she is defense shredding even more, so you can do up to 80% defense shred, assuming, you know, it stacks that way. It could not, I have no idea, but yeah, pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, just the amount of, you know, defense shredding and the amount of damage that you can make enemies take, you know, by increasing that with her level 5 incapacitate and level 3 defense reduction plus her unique passive is all actually really good, I'll be honest, and, you know, it's what makes her a really good farmer. And then her regular passive basically just gives her 2.5% damage increase if there is at least one opponent with a mark. I don't think this stacks. I think it's just a flat 2.5%. I think it should have been at least 5%, because there are some characters that have like 4-5% damage increases just flat, which, you know, I think is, you know, a bit harsh on Charlotte's kit, because yeah, like, why does she have to do more just to get less? So yeah, which is a little bit disappointing. So overall, as a character, I'd say Charlotte is pretty good, because, you know, also the fact that she's a debuffer, meaning she's also actually really quick with 112 speed, which is pretty good. You know, so I think she's pretty decent. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think she's really good for farming. For PvP, maybe not there, really, because she's red, so, you know, she's going to just absolutely get destroyed by all the blue characters like Mars, Lotus, Yami, etc., Fana, all of those people. She's going to get absolutely destroyed by them. So then, Charlotte's main offensive stat is 8,000, is her attack stat, which is 8,264, and then her magic attack being 2,754, which, I mean, in comparison, you know, to a lot of, you know, attackers and stuff, you know, that's pretty low, because, I mean, then again, you know, she's not an attacker, but there are, you know, debuffers like Shiren who have way higher stats than her, which is like what the hell, he's an SR, so why does he have more stats than Charlotte, which is, you know, a bit weird. But I don't know, it's, yeah, stat wise as well, she's, you know, okay. I think she's just fast, and that's, you know, why she's pretty good. She's got an okay amount of HP, 52,000, you know, in comparison to everybody else. It's relatively high, kind of. It's honestly just probably average, middle of the pack, to be honest. So honestly, just pretty average, I'll be honest, in terms of her stats, so nothing really to shout about there, really. So, overall, I would say the step-up banner, apart from the discounted multis and the guaranteed Charlotte at the end, is pretty damn bad. I would not really say you should be summoning for those things, like the money and the XP, but, you know, if you are, again, you know, missing some SSR characters on your account, and you kind of want to, you know, get some discounted multis, then I would say, you know, maybe consider it, but overall, I would probably say not, because realistically, you want characters that are, you know, good for farming and good for PvP. So hence, you know, you want characters like Lotus, Mars, you know, Vengeance, all these characters that are really good at doing literally everything, because, you know, at the end of the day, she's red, which, you know, means she's going to get dominated in PvP or arena, whatever you want to call it. She is a good farmer. She applies really powerful debuffs, but again, you know, it's just a pretty niche character that you're only really going to use for farming. And, you know, I think if you just be a little bit patient, I think, you know, like with like gear grinding and stuff, like if you're struggling on like one of the highest gear stages, I'd just say just be patient, just keep grinding, and, you know, you'll get there eventually with what you probably currently have. As, you know, I think Fana is probably just a better character for you to summon for if you want a character that's going to help you farm, because Fana's blue, which means she's really good for the attack gear stage, and if you can farm the attack gear stage, then you'll definitely be able to farm all the other stages as well. So yeah, overall, I would say no, I don't think you should summon, but at the end of the day, you know, it's all up to you. So yeah, alright, so that is it on whether you should summon for Charlotte or not. Yeah, again, overall, I don't think so. I don't think I will be, but yeah, again, it's all down to you. It's all your choice at the end of the day. If it's going to make you have fun, then I say go ahead, do it. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!